Hello friends, this is Vijay Nagpal and welcome back to Cloud Labs. Today we will discuss the troubleshooting options to boot an Azure Virtual Machine inside another Azure Virtual Machine by using HyperV and nested virtualization. Suppose you came to office on Monday and got to know that one of the Azure Virtual Machine is not accessible after weekend security patching activity. It would have been easy for the platform team if this is virtual machine running on VMware, and they could have accessed the server using VMware console and boot the VM in safe mode to repair or fix the issue. But since this VM was running in Azure and there is no GUI console where you can boot the faulty virtual machine in safe mode or last known good configuration, right? And because you are the cloud administrator, so platform team is looking for your help to fix the issue. Even though there is no GUI console in Azure, but still there is one solution available which can be used to boot the Azure Virtual Machine in safe mode or last on good configuration, and that is what I will show you in our demo today. So here is my Azure portal, and we have one virtual machine, Windows VM 1, and we are not able to boot this virtual machine after patching activity, so we are going to fix this virtual machine in our demo today. If this is my production virtual machine, I'm not going to touch anything on this virtual machine. What I will do, I will create a snapshot of the operating system disk, then we'll troubleshoot. To create a snapshot, I will go to disk, select the disk and create snapshot. We need to provide some details. I will mention as Win VM01 snapshot, and we will take full snapshot. We will go with the default settings. Validation has been passed. Go ahead and click create. This might take a couple of minutes. Now once this snapshot will be created, we will create a disk using this snapshot and we will troubleshoot. The snapshot is complete. Now we will create a disk using this snapshot. We will go to disk, add, resource group and disk name. We will name it as Win VM01 restored. Let's leave the settings default, and source type we are going to select as snapshot, and because we have only one snapshot, so by default it's getting this one, and rest we will go with the default settings and create the disk. Now we have duplicate copy of the operating system disk for Win VM01. We are going to use this disk to troubleshoot, right? So there is another requirement. We need a virtual machine where we can install HyperV. So we will create a new virtual machine. Within the same resource group, and I will name it as Troubleshoot VM. I will select the operating system as 2016, and all D4 and above virtual machine will have the capabilities to install the HyperV. So I will select D4 VS3 and will fill in the remaining information. I will go with the default settings. And create the virtual machine. So this might take some time. In the meantime, let's see if our disk has been created. Yes, the disk was created using the snapshot. The virtual machine creation will take some time, so I will pause the video for now and will be back once this VM will be ready. Now the VM is ready. We will log into this VM. We can install HyperV using Server Manager, or we can use PowerShell. So we will use PowerShell in this case. We'll run the command. HyperV role installation will take 1 or 2 minutes, and then it's going to restart the system. Pretty quick. HyperV role has been installed and system has been restarted. We will log into Troubleshoot VM again and follow the next steps. Let's refresh the page. Troubleshoot VM is up now. We will go ahead and open the HyperV. In this, we will create a new machine using the disk which we created from the snapshot. So before we create the virtual machine, let's connect the virtual disk which was created using snapshot. We will go back to Azure portal and will attach the virtual disk. This is my VM. Go to disk, attach an existing disk, and you will see we have one disk which we can attach to this VM. Go ahead and save. The disk is attached. We will go back to virtual machine and we'll see if that is visible in our disk management. We'll open disk management. Here you go, we can see the disk, and this disk is online, so we'll have to bring it to offline mode. Okay, so now we'll go back to the HyperV console and we'll create a virtual machine using this disk. We'll name it as faulty VM. We are not going to attach the network, and for the virtual disk we will select attach a virtual disk later. Finish. Now the VM has been created. We will go to settings. We'll select ID controller 0 and attach the hard disk. We will select the physical disk which was there for 1024 GB which we created and attach to this virtual machine. We'll go ahead and apply and OK. Now we are going to start this virtual machine and we'll open the console. We will press function F8 to power on this VM in safe mode, last known good configuration. Now we are going to start this VM in last known good configuration, and that will bring your VM up in the condition where it was working perfectly fine. So we'll go ahead and click here. Now we see the VM is up, so we'll go ahead and log in. So once we will log in, we will see whether the virtual machine name is correct. It should be WinVM01. We'll open command prompt. And we'll type hostname. Here you go, WinVM01. So our machine is back. Because this VM is up now in HyperV. So what we are going to do, we are going to shut down this VM in HyperV. And we'll go back to our Azure portal and we'll attach this disk which have been fixed to our existing virtual machine. First we need to remove the disk from the Troubleshoot VM. We'll go ahead and go to disk. The disk is attached here, so we'll go ahead and remove and save. The disk has been removed from Troubleshoot VM and now we will attach the same disk to WinVM01. There is option to swap OS disk. As of now the faulty disk is attached, so we'll go ahead and attach the correct disk. Swap OS disk. We are going to use this disk now because the boot issue has been fixed in this disk, so we'll go ahead and swap. We'll give the name of the VM. We'll go ahead and refresh. Now you see WinVM's restore disk is attached to the virtual machine. Now let's go ahead and start the WinVM01. The VM has been started. This is the IP. We will copy this IP and we'll RDP to this VM. Here you go, type cmd and hostname WinVM01. So we are good now. So that's it for today. If you liked this video, don't forget to click on like and subscribe to this channel. I will be back for more troubleshooting videos. Thank you and bye for now.